Okay, hello everyone. Good evening from my end, from Ghana, not my end, I'm in Ghana. Good evening everyone. So I'm joining this call all the way from Ghana. I'm not in Lagos, Nigeria this week. And same thing next week, I'll also still be in Ghana. So I'm in Ghana. Good evening everyone. Good morning, those that will be joining in. Maybe it's morning your time, or you're watching, it's morning your time. Good afternoon, those that may be joining, maybe afternoon your time. Good night, those that it may be night your time, right? Welcome once again to the Training Transfer Effectiveness webinar series. You can see I'm talking gently. I'm having a pounding headache. I'm talking gently. I'm having a pounding headache. So welcome to our webinar series. We started the series. Wow, that's 5 months now. We started this since January this year. And so if you've not been watching our videos, go to our YouTube. So Samson, my colleague, will share it on the chat box. Go to our YouTube channel and watch everything. Watch all the videos we've been putting up every week. Come rain, come sunshine. Unless we just cannot make it. Like today, if I had my way, I wouldn't be in this webinar today. I've been out since morning having a pounding headache. I'm here in Ghana. We're having two activities here in Ghana. One is a conference I'm having this weekend, and which started today. Then next week Thursday, the breakfast meeting for our iTech conference. I'm sure you can see my background. The iTech conference coming up. So we'll be having a series of breakfast meetings. And if you've not connected with me on LinkedIn, go on LinkedIn, connect with me, and watch all the videos been dropping on LinkedIn. Also watch all the what I've been sharing on training transfer effectiveness. And while we are at that, I know two persons are new here. I've not seen Deep Olu before, so welcome Deep Olu. And I think I have Yusuf has dropped off again. I think his system has been dropping off and coming in. He drops off, he goes off again. Okay, Yusuf is not here. Then Doris is old hand, let me put it like that. Dibel, if it's okay by you, do you want to type into chat, or if you want to unmute your microphone, that's okay, also fine. If you want to type into chat your name, where you're joining in from, and what's your role in your organization, just 3 things. If you want to give us more, that's fine. Just 3 things: your name and your surname, where you're joining in from, and your role in your organization. So thank you, Samson. Samson has put into chat our YouTube channel, so you can copy it and later watch the videos. So I will just introduce myself. So my name is Sandra Ihenacho, aka the Oracle. I'm also known as Africa's leading voice on training transfer effectiveness. And when it comes to training transfer effectiveness, I'm the voice in Africa. The other voices in Europe, and we have in Asia, and I think in Europe, yes, they're talking about, and the US, yes, talking about, yes, we have in Germany, Anna, yeah. So in Africa, I'm the voice crying out, advocating for training transfer effectiveness, advocating that for every training initiative, every investment in training, there should be an ROI and an ROE. ROI is return on investment and return on expectations. And yes, they can be. There are tools, there are models, there are frameworks that have been tested and tried. Like the 2 models we use, we've tested it, we've tried it out. And apart from these have been built on frameworks such as the 12 levers of training transfer by Ina Webuhan, who started the Institute for Transfer Effectiveness in Austria, and Melanie Martinelli is the CEO. Then also built on Kirkpatrick, the 4 levels of evaluation by Kirkpatrick, and also as a result of it, I always say you don't need to reinvent the wheels. They are there, hundreds and years of research. Just add to what we did was, with all this research, understanding our client and all the things we've been doing. So I've been talking about return on investment before I knew about return on expectation as far back as 2011. We are in what, 2015? That's 14 years ago. It's been there. It's like an elephant in the room, and no one has been speaking. In quote, a lot of persons have not been talking about it. I knew about it and I didn't know much. I kept researching, kept trying out things, kept experimenting, kept asking questions until I was able to get the solution of what we use with our clients now. And we are partnering with also other organizations outside Africa that are also into it, such as the Institute for Transfer Effectiveness, such as the Center for Accelerated Learning, which is by Tom Mayer in Chicago, such as Kirkpatrick. You also know Kirkpatrick. So today is going to be something different. So I'll introduce myself and I'll ask you to introduce yourselves before we go into what we have today. Today is going to be different. So just like I said, my name is Sandra Ihenacho, aka Ihenacho, Africa's leading monitoring transfer effectiveness. I'm happily married to a man with 5 lovely children, 3 boys and 2 girls. I'm the servant leader, the CEO of the company where I work. It's called Brand Consulting Limited. It's a human capital development organization that is high on return on investment, return on expectation. In everything we do, are we doing HR consulting? Are we doing coaching? Are we doing mentoring? Are we doing training? We talk about ROI and ROE. If you don't get returns, it's a waste of time, effort, and money. So even in coaching, you can measure, you can get returns, you can measure. I started talking about it. However, we decided as a business to focus more on training for the next 5 years, from now to 2030. However, when we know that even in coaching, you can see the returns. It's just getting data, just measure and evaluate, measure, evaluate, measure, evaluate. And so that's a bit about myself. I am also the Nigerian's first certified transfer designer. I work with the Institute for Transfer Effectiveness. I'm their transfer enabler for Africa, meaning that in Africa, when it has to do with anything transfer, I represent the Institute for Transfer Effectiveness. Then I also represent the Center for Accelerated Learning, which is in Chicago. The director is Tom Mayer. When it has to do with doing training, the accelerated learning, we use it, and we believe that training should be curation, not just consumption. So that's what we speak, the Center for Accelerated Learning, which I call CAL for short. The CAL, we say training should be a curation, not just consumption. Let people create their learning. Let people create what they need to learn, what they're learning. And the Accelerated Learning Workshop, awesome. Great ways to get people to learn, right? So that's what I do. I also teach in the Lagos Business School. I am a resource person with them, and I teach leadership there and authentic leadership. I do that with them. Then also, of course, coaching, because I'm a certified transformational coach. I'm also a certified team and group coach. I also do I do coaching. I also work with the Stratford Business School in Kenya. They call me to coach their leaders, like the one we did last year. So I do all that too. Okay, so that's a bit about myself. So we have so please, do you want to introduce yourselves? Just type into chat. I can see something in chat. Type into chat. Okay, thank you, Yusuf. Say good evening, Sandra. Thank you very much. It's a pleasure too on my end. Yeah, it is indeed a pleasure too, Yusuf. Thank you. Do you want to type into chat where you're joining in from, your name, where you're joining in from, and your role in your organization? Do you want to type into chat? Okay, Yusuf has still not come back in. We have just Dipeolu and Doris. Do you want to type into chat where you're joining in from? Doris, I know you've done that. You do that. If you don't mind, please do it again for the sake of Dipeolu that is just joining us. Do you want to type into chat where you're joining in from? Your name, where you're joining in from, and your role in your organization. What's your role in your organization? I'll be checking the chat box. Is there anything in the chat box? Okay, nothing yet. Are you here with us? Okay. Okay, why I allow you to do that. So today, why I wait for you to do that. Today, basically, I'm not, in quotes, gonna teach Doris from Ghana. Thank you, Doris. Your role in your organization, Doris. So what I want to do today is going to be different. Just like I said, I took permission when I started. I am so fagged out. I'm having a pounding headache, right? And I've been out since morning concerning the conference I'm having in Ghana. It started today. I have it today, tomorrow, Friday. I have it on Saturday, on Sunday, then on Monday. And after that, on Thursday, I have the breakfast meeting again. So it's it's a crazy 2 weeks for me here in Ghana. So if I had my way, I won't have this webinar, but we've given our word every Thursday. So we'll try our very best, unless there's nothing else we can do, to be with you every Thursday. Thank you so much, Doris, for introducing yourself. I'm sure you can see she's a head performance education and training unit. Thank you, Doris. Thank you. Okay, so what we're going to do today, just like I said, so today is different. We're going to take just questions. So feel free to ask any question, maybe based on all we've been doing. Welcome, Bukunola. I hope I did get that right. Bukunola. Welcome. So what we are doing just now, so you can introduce yourself, please type into chat where you're joining in from and what's your role, where you are, where you're joining in from, what's your role in your organization, your name, where you're joining in from, what's your role in your organization. I see something in the chat box. Kadipe Olu KG is from Lagos State, Nigeria, Senior Administrative and HR Officer from Local Government Service Commission. Thank you, Kadipe Olu. Y Doris is from University of Health and Allied Sciences. Thank you so much. Olubukunola, if you don't mind, I'm sorry, I hope I didn't murder your name. Type into the chat box where you're joining in from and your role in your organization. So just like I said, so today is going to be different. So please feel free to ask your questions. Anything and everything you want to ask on training, transfer effectiveness. Anything and everything you want to ask. Today is just questions. I'm not going to teach anything new today. So are there questions? Have burning questions? You need to ask on training, transfer effectiveness. You need to ask on the training challenges you have in your organization. You need to ask about how to engage the line managers, which I earlier said, the line managers, which I've been saying and I'll keep saying. In training transfer effectiveness, we have what we call the art of training transfer effectiveness and the science of training transfer effectiveness. Now, the science of training transfer effectiveness, who are the holders who are in charge of that? That is, they are the HR and the L&D. Because when it comes to the models, the frameworks, the tools, it is the HR or the L&D that houses that. They are the ones that know about the frameworks, the tools, the models to be used. They know about it, right? And so they are the custodians. Yes, that's the right word I wanted to use. They are the custodians of this. Now, we have what we call the art, art of training transfer effectiveness. Now, who are the custodians? The custodians are the line managers. Now, without a lot of people don't, I'm trying to get the data for that. I think, if I'm not mistaken, 90% of people resign, not because of the organization, because of their line managers, their bosses. I don't like using the word boss, so I use supervisor or I use line manager. Because of their supervisors, their line managers. So the line managers are the ones that would ensure training transfer effectiveness. They are the very key. They're not the only ones, right? We've said that before in our various webinars. However, they are key because they are the ones that would join the employees to set the training goals. They are the ones that would ensure the employees are accountable to those goals that have been set. They are the ones that will support the employees. They are the ones that will coach the employees. They are the ones that will keep, moving and create the enabling environment for the employees to apply everything they learn for training. So they are the art of training transfer effectiveness. So we cannot do away with the line managers, right? Okay, I see something on chat box. Let me read that. Okay, Tipe Olu. Okay, I've read Tipe Olu. Okay, Olu Bukunola Unibukai is also an admin and HR officer from Lagos State Local Government Service Commission. Welcome. So the floor is open. Please feel free to ask your questions. Ask the questions. Are there burning questions you want to ask? Are there issues? Are there things currently you're going through you want to ask? If there are no questions, okay, thank you.
Hello, Sandra.
Hi, Doris.
Thank you very much for another opportunity to be here. So, recently we had engagements with our senior engineer staff. It was just like a forum for them to come out with issues that they have, what the HR does, and if they have any issues. So one of the issues that came up was that because the university is not old, it's about 12 years old, so we are growing, but a lot of people, when they were coming, there were no job description. Like, you just be appointed, and in your admission and your appointment letter, they will just state your duties will be laid down for you by your director or something. And when the people go into the various directorates, it looks like you are just told what you are supposed. There is no documented evidence for the people to know actually what they are supposed to do. Whilst this is very important for clarity and for them to know what is actually expected of them. So my director was of the view that we should train the line management on how to carve effective job description for their direct reports. So my concern here is, how do I go about this? Looking at the processes that we have gone through, how do I go about this?
Thank you so much for your question, Doris. Now, he wants you to train the line managers to be able to create job descriptions for their people.
Yes, please.
That's what he's saying he wants you to do.
Yeah.
Because the people don't have job description. Why do we always go? Why is it everything we go, we talk about training all the time? So why do we always, the first thing, that's that thing we talk about, Doris. And when there's an issue or there's a gap, why training first? Is the problem training? And the problem, looking at it, is the problem training? Is that the first thing? That's not the first thing. If you train them, so what do you want to go and train them on how to design job description? When the people are there, why don't they sit down? So the first thing you should do is sit down with us. Let them sit down with their people. Let the people say what they do in their role. Let them write it out. Every role, it's HR's duty. So what you do is to work with them. It's not that you can't start training people, to train them to do job description. They don't know how to do this. So the first thing is, sit down, let the people, whatever it is they've been doing since, let them write it out. And write out, you're now, okay, let's say for instance, this is an engineer. You're an engineer in the engineering department of units. Whatever you've been doing and you know how to do, write it out. Let them write out everything. Type it out and write it out. Everyone should do that.
Okay.
That's the first thing.
Okay.
Now, the second thing after they've done that is, what you can do is to guide those line managers. Now, let them line managers look at all the things that they've done. I want to believe that every person has a title.
Yeah, sure.
Great. Now, let the line manager sit with them. Is this what he wants to see in this unit? I mean, in this unit, this role, maybe lead engineer. Is this what you want a lead engineer to be doing? And in doing it, now you will be the one. What you're going to do is to guide them. Guide them in the sense that, in job description, we have the skills, then we have the behaviors. So what should you be saying? Not only that, for that cadre, for that role, what is so some people in some job description, now let me use for example, for our ESA is called Executive Support Associate. Now, anybody in that role, first thing you must have, we don't mind 2122, not a problem. Of course, you must have been a graduate with at least 2 years experience for the ESA role.
Okay.
At least 2 years experience. Anybody less than 2 years, we don't take. At least 2 years experience. Then, what are the things you feel you must at least not, because we know it's an ESA role and you will grow from there. At least have an idea on how to use the Microsoft package, the Excel, PowerPoint, and Word. We will train them. That's why when you come into it and you start using, we will train you. Of course, we know what's your proficiency. So your role as HR is to guide them in those areas. Now, what do you want to see? So you're having that discussion with them, training. You're having that discussion with them. And when you've done that discussion and had everything with them, and still you've seen the gap, now ask, with that, you'll be able to find out what is their problem. We've explained, we've had a one-on-one focus group. Is it that they don't understand it? Or is it that they do, but they don't want to do it because it is tasking to do that for a director, for a manager that has maybe up to 10-20 people. That's what he's going to do with all of them. So some of them, maybe they don't want to do it. I bet which kind of work is this one? This one is work for them. So the first thing should not be, let's not any training. There's already a gap here. The gap is this is a process gap. It's not a training gap. There's no job description. Now there's no job. Can we put that things first before we now say, now let us now train people? What are we now training them? We now know what to train them on.
Yes.
I don't know. Does this help you?
We can't establish that they don't know how to do it. But when they do it and we realize that there's a gap, then we can use that and at the end measure whether there has been an impact. Okay.
Because now you can't test that because it's not there. It's not what we have is that it's not there at all.
Okay.
It's not there at all. So they have the people there with them. You are not the one so you're going to work with them because they are already doing, they are doing the work. There are people already doing the work. Is it not correct?
Oh, they are.
So do you want to go and formulate? You know what they will do? You just go to online and just type something and formulate. Why would you do that? When there are people that have been doing the work, let them tell you what they've been doing.
Okay.
If there's a need to add more things to what they are doing, then that's fine. But let them tell you what they've been doing because they've been doing it. It's even from there you know if that's when you'll be able to see that some people have not even been working and they've been taking salary.
Yes, exactly.
They've not been working and they've been taking salary. If they cannot couch what they've been doing, that's even an opportunity for you to sieve out people that have just been taking salary every month without working.
It helped. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Okay, so do we have more questions from anybody? Questions? Okay, so today is supposed to be questions. That's what we are doing today. Taking all your questions. So feel free to ask what are the questions you have. Are you having challenges on how to have engage the stakeholders, engage the line managers to ensure they are able to do what they are supposed to do? Are you having an issue on how to get employees to apply what they are learning? Are you having an issue on how to design your training objectives? Are you having an issue on how to even understand how to create your objectives? What are the challenges you are having? What are the issues you're having? What are the challenges you're having? What are the issues you're having at this point in time? Okay, if there are no questions, we're gonna have to wrap up. Yeah. If there are no questions, I'll take maybe a few announcements and we'll wrap up. And we'll continue again next week. Doris, you didn't tell us what is the new thing you did between last week and this week.
There's no new thing anyways. I've been following your LinkedIn. I've been reading the articles that you put there.
The new thing. That's something you've done. So yeah, that's something you've done. Even reading the articles that are placed, there's something you've done. Well done. And that's why we encourage people every week do something new. When I say new, going to LinkedIn again and reading the articles, it is something new, right? So do something new to equip yourself. It's so painful that a lot of HR and L&D are just getting things wrong. It's so painful, and it's so painful that it's even high up there. A lot of directors and heads, managers, they don't even know how to show return on investment, return on expectation for their training. So it's quite painful, and a lot of people are not yet ready to learn. It's an opportunity to come and learn every week. We're here doing this free webinar. We have our YouTube, and there are places you can learn. So it's so unfortunate. We hope people get to take this serious and do something about it.
The message is, I'm sure, is going out, because a lot of L&D professionals I follow on LinkedIn are actually propagating the issue of impact, transfer, effectiveness, not just organizing a training as an event and letting go, but making sure that there is a transfer effectiveness. So I think we'll get there. It will take some time, but we'll get there.
Yeah, I agree with you. It will take some time, but we will get there. I believe we will get there. It's just everyone has to just be intentional about it.
Yeah.
You have to be intentional about it if you want to get there. That's just what it is. You have to be intentional about it. Okay, so if there are no questions, I'll just take 2 announcements and we will close for tonight. The first announcement I want to take is what is our mastermind program. Sign up for the mastermind program. Go and check me out on LinkedIn. It's an 18 weeks program. Yeah, it's an 18 weeks program whereby I will take you step by step. I'll take you step by step on how to show return on investment, return on expectations for every of your training initiative. So it's an 18 weeks program for directors of HR and directors and heads of L&D Academy. Don't miss it out. Don't miss it. This is a life-saving course. It's an 18 weeks course, back to back. And you have like a capstone project right from when you start the course to show return on investment, return on expectation. We will teach you the things you should do, that will show how you should. We teach you how to collect the data. We teach you how to measure it. We teach you how to evaluate it. Right? So don't miss it. It's the mastermind. So send us an email at info@mbryanconsultinggroup.com with the subject mastermind. info@mbryan. Mbryan is MBRYAN. You can see it even on our logo. mbrandconsultinggroup.com. Sams, you can type that into chat, please. Thank you. mbrandconsultinggroup.com. Send us a message with mastermind, and we'll send you the details on how to make the payment, and you'll be added to the class. The class starts in July. And ends in October. The class, thank you, Samson, starts in July. So send us that message and you will be added to the class and you join the class. Then the second announcement is the conference we are having. It's called the International Training Transfer Effectiveness Conference. It's the world's first premier conference. Nowhere in the world have you ever had a training transfer effectiveness conference. Go and check. Nowhere. Not in Africa, not in Europe, not in Asia, not in North America, not in America. It's nowhere. It has never been done. So we are the first people pioneering it, and we are proud to say that. So the conference is going to hold in Lagos, Nigeria. It's a hybrid conference. So why are we more like speaking about this hybrid part of it? Because there are a lot of persons that may not be able to travel to Nigeria. Some of you are in Ghana, some are in Kenya, some are in Rwanda, some are in the US, some are in Switzerland, some are in Australia, Austria. You may not be able to come. That you cannot come to Nigeria doesn't mean that you cannot partake of it. And so we'll be streaming live. So you're going to join live. You're going to join the class live. And we are ensuring we have our full team on ground, that every experience someone physical will have, you will also have it. Just that you will not eat the food with us. That's just it. But every experience the person on physical will have, you would have it. And so if you cannot join the physical, travel all the way, pay flights, don't worry, don't be bothered. Just go to Samson has put the website, go and pay, and it's cheaper. It's cheaper for you to join virtual. So we are propagating and we're encouraging people. You don't worry, we don't want you to miss out, and we made it very cheap for those that will join virtual. So if you cannot come physical to pay flight and all that, go and join virtually. For those outside Nigeria, go and join virtually. Check out the rates on the website. The website there is there. So it's www.ittconference.com, or if you go to our website, www.mbrandconsultinggroup.com, you see where we wrote ITTE conference. Just click on it, to take you to the site, or you go straight to www.ittconference.com and sign on. So you're not missing out. So if you don't have the money to pay for flight, hotel, coming down, just go and take the virtual part of it, and you would definitely thank me for ensuring that you're able to join virtually. And so the conference is holding November 13 and 14 in Lagos Oriental Hotel, VI, Lagos, Nigeria. And it's a 2-day conference, packed full. It is packed full. It is a conference like never before. Go and check me on LinkedIn and watch the videos. Go on our YouTube, watch the documentary. It is like a conference like never before. This is not the usual conferences you go for. Mark my word for it. And because of that, I'm in Ghana. That's one of the reasons why I'm in Ghana. So I'm not doing this webinar from Nigeria, because I live in Lagos, Nigeria. I got into Ghana since Monday. I'm in Ghana, and we came here for the very first breakfast meeting. It's holding at one of the hotels. So it's strictly by invitation. Yes. So if you're not invited for it, you cannot come. It's strictly by invitation, and it's holding next week, Thursday, May 29, at a hotel, one of the hotel, very great, wonderful hotel in Ghana here, from 9 a.m. to 12 noon. We're going to be talking about that, and also collaborating with Rainbow Consult. So our company, Mbrand Consulting Limited, is collaborating with Rainbow Consult, and we've gone into an agreement to work together to promote their own conference, and they promote our own conference. So we are working collaboratively. We are working together. So both of us, we are coming together to do this conference, to have the breakfast meeting in Ghana. And so the L&D Africa Conference, which is by Rainbow Consult, is holding October 15 to 17 in Kenya. Yes, I'll be there in Kenya for the conference too. And the convener, Margaret Jackson, will also be in Nigeria for our own conference. After her conference, I go for her conference. She comes down to Nigeria for our own conference. So please feel free to go online and start. Don't waste time. There's early bird, so don't miss the early bird. The early bird ends next month. But those in Nigeria, you can come for the conference. So go online, go and take the early bird before it closes. Then if you also feel you cannot transport yourself coming all the way to Lagos Oriental Hotel, you can join the online version of it. And so that's about the International Training Transfer Effectiveness Conference. And I forgot to add certifications that, Sam help me to be typing it. Go online and check. One of the certifications is Certified Transfer Design, which is what I have. It's done by the Institute for Transfer Effectiveness. Go online and check how much it is. Just go online, check how much it is. It's in thousands, it's in euro. It's in euro because that's where Austria, that's where the institute is. But because you are coming for this conference, we are giving you at a discounted rate. Very high discount. Then that's one. The second one is the Kirkpatrick Certified Professional Bronze Level. That is also by Kirkpatrick. Is in thousands of dollars. Go online, Google it, you see the amount. I don't need to talk too much. You Google it, you see the amount. But as long as you're coming for this conference, we are subsidizing it. That's why I said we have partnerships with this institute. It's being subsidized. That's the second certification. All the certification I'm calling, I already have them. And when I paid in thousands of dollars and euro for it. The third one is the one by the Center by Tom Meyer, the Center for Accelerated Learning. So by the Institute of Transfer Effectiveness. Do you want to correct that, Samson? By the Institute of Transfer Effectiveness, ITE. The Institute of Transfer Effectiveness, ITE. Okay, so it is the Accelerated Learning Workshop. With that, you become certified in Accelerated Learning. It's held by the Center for Accelerated, which is CAL. Go online again and check how much it is. It is in thousands of dollars. And you have to travel to Chicago. Yeah? You have to travel there to go and do it. But now we are bringing it to Lagos, Nigeria, and at a subsidized rate. Get that? Then the fourth certification is by the IFC, International Finance Corporation, and the LPI, Learning Performance Institute. The training is you become a certified. Someone is trying to. You become certified by. So it's a train the trainer on TPMA. You become a certified trainer by IFC and LPI, again at a subsidized rate. So these are four. So if you come for this conference, you can have these four certifications. Yes. Yeah. Because for the ITE and the Kirkpatrick, we are doing it. So for the Center for Accelerated Learning, we are doing it 2 days before the program. The program is on Thursday and Friday, 13 and 14. We are having it on Monday and Tuesday. Then a rest before. No, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Yes, that's Tuesday. 3 days. It's 3 days. We're having it Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday before we now start the conference Thursday and Friday. Then the following week, we're having Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday for the Wednesday. So you can get 4 certifications as a result of coming for this conference. So I encourage you, don't miss this opportunity. It's an opportunity of a lifetime. You don't want to miss it. Don't miss it. Okay, those are the announcements I wanted to take. Let me see if there are questions in the chat box. Okay, so there are no questions in the chat box. On this note, welcome Branston Wale. You came in when we are just wrapping up. Hi Branston.
Good evening.
Yeah,
Hi, how
hi,
are
good
you?
evening. I'm good, and you?
I'm well, thank you. Sorry I joined late. I We had a bit of some internet challenges. The past days, internet has been weak.
Wow.
So I kept on trying until few minutes ago. That's when I managed to connect.
Wow, wow. Thank you for keep trying. So where are you joining in from, and what's your role in your organization?
Yeah, so I'm joining from Zambia. Um, I'm I'm serving as a learning and development officer
Okay,
um,
okay,
under the Human Resource Department.
okay. In Gambia, right?
Yes, in Zambia.
In Zambia, okay, right. Okay, I think maybe something, I think to be able to create more opportunity for people, please drop your phone numbers, and if you're interested in joining the community as advocates, because advocates are different from ambassadors, drop your numbers and something will add you up to the WhatsApp group. So with that, we'll be sharing information. You will get to know about it. So if you want to join the advocates learning, so it's training transfer effectiveness advocates, because we are raising two sets of people, advocates and ambassadors. Now, from the ambassadors, this is an announcement I'll make later, so maybe your opportunity to hear it. We are going to be certifying people very soon. So we are starting up an institute that will certify people on training transfer effectiveness. So that's some of the things we are cooking up, and those who are advocates and ambassadors will have the opportunity to get that at a reduced rate again. So if you would like to join the community of the advocates, just send in your number, your name. Your name is already, so type in your number and something we would add you up to the community. So something, please take note of the numbers that are coming in on the chat box. Okay, so let's give you the opportunity, Braston. I think this is your first time of joining us, so welcome. I think we need to welcome you by giving you, I'm trying to give you an emoticon to welcome you. Yay, that's my own welcome to you. I hope you've gotten it. Yes.
Thank you.
That's my own way of welcoming you. Something, Doris is saying she's not part of the community. I'm sure you have Doris's number. So please just gather those numbers and we will add them to the community. We are just building the community. We don't want to, those that know me, I don't do things for numbers that push people into community and you're 1,000, you're 300, 400, nothing is happening. No. It doesn't make sense. If you're in the community, you must be active, things must be happening. If it's not happening, there's no need. We close down the community. So even before we add you, we are going to have a conversation with you. A lot of people are in a lot of WhatsApp groups. There are some people that are in up to 20, 10, 5. You're not going to use our own to complete. Maybe you have a goal that in 2025 you join 30 WhatsApp groups. No, we're not part of that. So we'll have a one-on-one with you, tell you what it means to join the WhatsApp group, see if you're willing to abide to it and that you're willing to make it work, because we are there for business. We are looking for people that would start advocating, getting it right. We'll give you tidbits to go into your organization to start practicing. That's what Doris has been doing. She has been practicing the things. Even with all the mountains, she has mountains that are facing her. Even with all the gallops that are facing her, she's trying her best. She's always coming here, asking questions, reading up. That's what we are talking about. Don't want people to fill up our WhatsApp group. No. If we have just 5 people, it's fine for us. We have just 2, it's fine for us. We have just 10, it's fine for us. We don't want 200, 300, 500. And out of that, none of them, 10%. No, we don't want that. We don't do such WhatsApp group. I personally don't do such WhatsApp group. So if you would want to join the WhatsApp group, drop your numbers and we'll have a conversation with you. We'll call you. We'll have a chat with you and ensure that you're willing to abide and you're willing to make a change. You're willing to make an impact in your organization. So, Braston, I don't know if you have any. Today is just different. We've just been taking questions. Do you have any question around training, around challenges you may be having in training, around challenges you may be having in how to show returns on your training, either ROI or ROE, or even having engaging stakeholders like the line managers or even the employees? Are there challenges you're having? Are there questions you want to ask? Then so that we can help you answer that question before we conclude for tonight.
Okay, thank you so much. So I think I've been in the learning and development space for some few years, and from the places that I've been, I think one of the greatest challenge that I've observed in learning and development, or let me just say training at large, is the aspect of assessing the impact of, or let me say, measuring the return on investment. Now, on the as we are all aware that from the 4 levels of evaluating training, I think the level 4 is one of the most challenging part of it, because I've interacted with people. Most of it is so much on the theory part. So people can explain, they'll explain well, and we have seen books, modules written, but practical aspect of it is rare to find individuals that will give you practical aspects when you are measuring the impact of learning interventions or trainings. So I think that's something that I would love to gain some exposure and get a deeper understanding. And I think the other part that has been more of interest for my bit, which I think can help me, is on the part of instructional design. I would love to learn more on that part. I think that's a missing part which I would need to gain a bit of some exposure. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Braston. Where did you hear about, because I know you're joining us for the first time, where did you hear about us? Where did you hear about this webinar?
So there's a WhatsApp group where there is Tione. There's a lady called Tione. She's also a learning and development practitioner, if I may use that word. So she forwarded this on our group, and I got so interested. I also shared it with my colleagues at work, encouraging to join. And I look forward to be part of this, and looking at it as, I think it's a weekly program. Is it weekly?
Yes, it's weekly. Weekly. Yes, it's weekly.
I think I'll be finding time to join. And my colleague, she's out of town. I believe next week she's likely to join. So I'll share this. I'll share with my friends and encourage them to be part of this. I think the more we interact with colleagues from different parts of the world, the more we discover new things, the more we put practical examples together, and I think come up with solutions that can benefit the global community. Yeah.
Thank you, Braston. I think you're one of the person we've been looking for. Yeah, just like Doris, you're one of the people we've been looking for. And we are so glad to have you in the community. We are so glad to have you join us, because you've already started the advocacy. What you're doing is advocacy. You said something. Please drop our YouTube channel again. Drop all those things you dropped again in case Braston doesn't see it. So I would encourage you, Braston, go to our YouTube channel. We started since January this year. I know you may not be able to finish all the videos because some are 2 hours, some are 1 hour, 30 minutes. Watch the videos, watch the modules. Start from the very first one that talked about training transfer effectiveness, what it is. And I like that you said you're tired of theory. Braston, I'm tired of theory. And anybody that knows me, check out, I teach in the Lagos Business School. If you know anybody in the Lagos Business School, I teach on leadership. Go and ask them about the Oracle, Sandra. I'm going to blow my trumpet. I believe in practical. The last class I had in the Lagos Business School, it was an implant from an organization. I'm not going to mention them because of privacy. After the class, everyone stood up. I had a standing ovation. And that was not enough. In the evaluation they gave, they said, this is so practical. So practical. And I topped the list. Practical. Because I am tired of theory. I don't do theory. Because you can go and read it. Go, if you're very good, if you have the right play, if you know how to research, you get all this thing. If you see my bookshelf, I buy books from Amazon. They send it from Amazon to Nigeria. In December, I bought so many books. I came with one of them to Ghana. No, not one, I think 3. It's one of them. I don't know if we'll be able to see it. Yes, it's coming up. Training on Trial. I bought that book from Amazon. It's by Jim Kirkpatrick and Wendy. So this is just one. I have. This is the book. So that's it. That's the book. I keep buying books. Our workplace learning must reinvent itself to remain relevant. I read. I stopped reading. See it. So even though I'm teaching all this thing, you keep reading. The moment you stop reading, you stop dying. Where's the other one? I bought another one. This was the one I got when I did my certification. What Makes Training Really Work by Anna Webuhen. See it. These books are bought in dollars. So it's not so enough of the book. Let's what you read is for you to can apply. Some more of application. Apply all these things. So in all my sessions, and that's why this 18 weeks, I don't know if you know about the mastermind program. Go on our thing, you read about the mastermind. Follow us, follow me on LinkedIn. Also put my LinkedIn profile, Samson. Also put the company LinkedIn. Go there. It's an 18 weeks program that is showing application. You will apply everything. You will see ROI and ROE for your training if you follow the process. So I'm more about practical. Let's be practical. When you learn these things, go back and apply it. If we talk about before you start, and that was why Doris asked the question she asked. When you have a performance issue, the solution is not just training. Why is every time you have a performance issue, the first thing that anybody is thinking is training? No, it may not be training. And we've seen times without number that it is not training. It could be a process issue. It could be a workflow issue. It could be a systemic issue. It could be a culture issue. It could be a climate issue. There's a difference between climate and culture. They are not the same.
Yeah.
Climate is created by the line managers. Culture is by the organization. You may have a wonderful culture, but the line managers has created a toxic climate. The employees will not be able to be productive, even though the culture is wonderful. The most time we talk about climate, what's the climate the line manager is creating? What's the climate? So it might be just the climate. The climate is the issue, the workplace. So these are things we talk about, and I talked about the 5 critical factors for training transfer effectively to take place. We've talked about all this in our videos. Everyone, watch the video. We talked about the first, the employee. The second is what? The line manager. The third is what? The workplace. The fourth is what? The trainer itself. And the fifth, I can't remember the fifth. Sometimes if you can help me to check, you can help me to check out what the fifth is. So these things come to play. They come to play to ensure that there's an application. Training transfer effectiveness means sustainability in applying what you learned in training. That is what that is. That's the meaning. That's what you're learning. You went for a training on leadership. You went for a training on delegation. You went for a training on cyber security. You went for a training on programming. You went for a training on Python. When you come back Apply that thing you learned in the training, the skills you learned, the knowledge you got. Apply it in your business and let it make an impact in the business. But before you go, measure. If you don't have a data to measure, you cannot evaluate to know if it has made any impact. And that we in Train Transfer Effect, we have what we call short-term impact, medium-term impact, and long-term impact. Know which one are you going for. If you're going for short-term impact, be able to define it, to be able to see that short-term. Because there's some training that may not give you short-term. If even though it gives you short-term, you may just see it. It may not work on the numbers. So the numbers is ROI. Why the behavioral things is ROE. The expectations, the strategic expectations from the management is what we call ROE. I've also defined and explained all those things. So this thing is key. So you decide, is it the short term you want to see? Is it the medium term, or is it long term? Now, if there's no ROE, you just want for ROI, then you're just wasting your time. So these are some. So I'm so happy to hear what you said, Braston. I'm so glad. I even feel like just adding you without even having a one-on-one call with you. But we will follow the process. We'll have a one-on-one call with you. And even Doris has said we've not added that. Doris also have a one-on-one call with you too, and also add you to it. And let's start having that conversation. Let's talk about it. Let's not talk again. Start applying it. And I know that you would face challenges, because some of you, your line managers, they are the forces. Forces in the sense that they don't know, they don't want to know, and they don't want you to do anything. But how do we go about this? There are ways to go about it. There are ways to. This is something I teach in LBS, in under authentic leadership, right? We teach that there are ways to relate with your boss, your supervisors. And I don't like using, but there are ways to. So there are ways to relate with your upline. There are ways to relate with your downline. There are ways to relate with your horizontal and your peers. There are ways. There are strategies. You have to get that strategy. There are ways to relate with a supervisor that is blowing fire, hot, autocratic supervisor that is shouting. There are ways. There are strategies. You will catch that. You put the supervisor on your hand. There are strategies to do that. There are strategies to relate with a supervisor that doesn't like it just likes being good, smiling, making people happy, and yet it's not achieving anything. It's not achieving anything. There are ways to relate to such person. Then there are ways to relate with supervisors that when the management has said, it's management that said, it's never the supervisor, it's management, they like avoiding. It's management said this. Oga, which one did you say? Madam, which one did you say? They always avoid things. They are strategies to relate with those people. So let me stop there. So it's going to be wonderful to have you. For those that want to join the WhatsApp group, it's been wonderful to have you. And Braston, I'm happy having you here. And so let's start.
Thank you so much. I believe we share a lot. We've got a couple of things that we're working on, where I'm currently working. And the interesting thing is that my current employer is the fourth organization that I'm working for in the learning and development space. So I've learned a few things which I believe, being part of this group, I will be able to learn from yourselves, but also share one or two things which I believe will be able to just add some joints together to just see to it that we solidify certain things. Today at work we were looking at there's a new template that was introduced on competence-based development frameworks that we will be introducing. The the group learning and development just rolled out the templates. So we're studying them, and very soon we'll start with the agric team, because I'm working for an organization that is into agribusiness.
Okay.
So we produce sugar. So we have the agric team. We will start with them, then we'll transition to the manufacturing department. Yeah, so being part of this group, I think, will really be so much of help to me and just gain more exposure. I'm happy to be here. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Braston. And we're happy to have you too. Thank you so much. Okay, on this note, if there's no question, we would we will sign up and say see you next week Thursday. And before then, we'll be reaching out to you one-on-one, and to see, for those that have written their names. Sam, I don't believe you've gotten their phone numbers and their names. And I think I saw Braston's phone number. Doris, we already have Doris's phone number. Samson, please confirm that we have Doris's phone number, please. If not, Doris is going to cut off your neck, because she has already said, Samson, you've not added me. Oh, do you have her number?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, awesome. So we'll start with Doris and Braston, and there's somebody else that she's not here, but she also asked that she wants to join the community, and so we'll start from there. Just like I said, I'm not looking for a big group. I'm looking for small but mighty. When I mean small but mighty, we are small but we are creating waves. I want you to become create waves in your organization, that your organization will be, how did you do this? What are you doing? How come you thought about this? They will give you a seat at the table. L&D and HR, a lot of us don't have the seat at the table. A lot don't have a seat at the table. You're begging for a seat at the table. How can you be begging for a seat at the table when you are the one? No. It's error. You should have a seat at the table. They should invite you. No meeting should go on without inviting you, because they know your input. They know your input is very important. The line manager should always call you and say, how do we do this? How do we do this? They should call you into their meetings, because you're adding value. L&D and HR, they don't know, a lot of them don't know about the business. You should understand the business. You should be able to work hand in hand with the line managers, understand their pain points. Those in manufacturing, what are the challenges you're facing? How can we help you to achieve your goal? What are your goals? What are your objectives? What are you supposed to achieve this year? What are the 3-4 goals you're supposed to achieve? How can we help you to achieve it? What are those gaps that you see that can help you, that we need to come in to help you to achieve it? These are the questions they want to hear from you. But H and L&D, they stay on their high horse and sending things. They say, HR have started again. They've come again. Come down from your high horse and have those conversations. Be a business partner. Are you an HR manager? Be a business partner. Work with your people. Understand the pains of those people. That's why they feel that we are a cost center. Because they say, yeah, you people, what are you people even doing? What exactly are you doing? I was in a training session and they finished the HR. They said, what are you people doing? You are not doing anything. Someone told me that we don't respect our HR. The HR, they are just, hey, what's the word the man used? He said they are just, what is that, this thing? I can't remember the word. Meaning that they are just there loafing around, that nobody knows them. That we don't even acknowledge them. The man said this to me because he's a technical person. He said we don't even acknowledge them, that they don't even have a say. That is whatever they tell them to do, they do. No, I felt bad. It's an HR that do not know, he or she that do not know the person. Can you imagine what they are saying about you, HR and L&D? So wake up, enough is enough. And that's what I'm doing. I'm advocating for people to wake up and let's get it right. It may be tough because there are organizations whereby they don't want you to make any change. They just want to be how they are. They want status quo. They don't know and they don't want to know. They say don't just sample the water, leave the water like that. Even though the water is smelly, let us stay inside the water, let it smell, We're already used to the smell. Can you imagine? We're already used to the smell. We love the smell. Something that is smelling bad, you're used to it. If you allow me to keep talking, I'll just keep talking because I said, let's get it right, HR and L&D. Let's get it right. And we can. And we are here to work with you to get it right. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining in. It's been a wonderful time with you. And we look forward to seeing. So maybe, Samson, what do you think? I think maybe we should, next week, we should allow people to come with their problems. Let's start saying that. I think this is a good one now. Let me not just teach. People should go and watch the video. Let's help people solve problems. So that's what we'll give out. We'll send out in Sam said. So next week, Thursday, is questions. Come with your there's no question I will not answer. I cannot answer. When it comes to training transfer effectiveness, bring it on. Is it theory? I've done it. Is it practical? I've done it. I've worked with clients and we tried it. Bring it on. Let's solve your problems. So that's what thank you, Samson. Samson say he agrees. So that's what we're going to do next week. So even Braston, reach out to your friends. Come with all the training problems you have. Come with whatever they are. Bring it on. Bring them. I think that's what we're going to do for the next 2 weeks. Next week, Thursday. Next week, Thursday. Come with it. Let's help you solve it. Let's tell you what to do. Go and apply it and come back. Let's use you as a case study. Go and apply it and come back. That's what we're going to do. So for the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks, it is solving of problems, training problems. For those that say they don't even know how to design training objectives, I will teach you. We'll do it. We are going to use one day, maybe someone comes with the problem of, someone told me one of their training objectives, they said supervisors should be able to supervise well. What's the meaning of that? What's the meaning of that? Supervisors should be able to supervise well. What does that mean? How can you measure that thing? How can you evaluate it? You can't evaluate it. Supervisors should be able to measure well. Be able to supervise well. No. So if someone comes with such a problem, you come with your goals and we would set a SMART training objective. So you must also understand the objectives. Every department has its objectives, which comes back down, its cascades from the main objective of the organization. It cascades. What do you even know your objective again? Do you know what your objective is? So come with your problems. I think we'll create a flyer for that and send out people. Come out with your training problems. Come with it, and that's what we'll be treating next week. For those that will be watching this video, you're hearing me now. This next week, next 2 weeks, or even 3 weeks, we're going to be solving problems. Real life problems. Come with your real life problems. That is what we'll be solving. So we look forward to seeing you again next week, Thursday. Come with your real life problems. Let us help you solve those problems. Yes. And this is what we'll be charging before, but we're not charging. We are giving you for free. So come with your real life problems. And see you same time next week, Thursday. So I'm going to stop the video and stop the recording. That's what I usually do in case there are people that want to wait behind to ask questions that they don't want to record it. Yes, some persons don't want some things recorded. So I'm going to stop the video and I'll wait behind. If there are nobody's asking any question, then I will sign off. So for those watching us, thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining us. Follow us on our social media handles, LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter. I am mostly on LinkedIn. I'm on IG, but I don't go there. So thank you so much. Good night, everyone.